Okay, hi. Here is roughanimator, and if you want to make a new project, select the button New Project. And here you'll see the title. I'm going to keep it for this for now. You can change the title whenever you like. This is the frames per second, so if you're doing like an animatic, you can you can use a smaller number, and if you're using a full smooth animation, you can use 16 or higher. And the amount of frames per second you can do is 1 to 30, just like flip a clip. This is the camera size, aka the proportions of the screen. And I have no idea what margins is, so don't ask me about that. And when you click OK, the project will come up. So to add a layer, you can click add layer and add. If you want to add an empty layer, select this one. If you want to duplicate the layer that is selected at the moment, click this one. I don't know what these two mean, just don't use it. And if you want to add the next drawing, you can click this one, this button, which adds the next drawing, or this add drawing button, but I'm gonna get to that later. Let's say I drew a smiley face. Oh no, I don't have a pen. What do? I click the pen, which is already selected. I set to the color of what I want. And when you're opening this for the first time, these two should be checked. These two will be checked. But pressure sensitivity means the amount of pressure you put into your tablet, the thickness is going to change. But you can't really tell with how thin the line is, so I'm just gonna... You can't tell, but I'm pushing in right now. And for randomized rotation, it's better to put that off, because it's better to put that off. So I can draw freely. Let's say I drew a smiley face. Happy. You can flip to the next frame, and you can draw another happy face. And if you need more onion skin, and you can control it by, oh my god, by selecting the onion skin option, and then selecting how many onion skins you want. So this is 0 before, 1 before, 1 before, 2 before, 3 before, and 4 before. This is 1 after, 2 after, 3 after, and 4 after. And you can see that in my past animations, like my first video. You can tell by, I can flip these pages, and I can tell how much how much onion skin I have. If I do this to the future, you can see what's going on in the future. If I set this to the past, you know what's going on in the past. And back to the new project. If you, for some reason, need to add a little frame because you, for some reason, made a mistake, you click add drawing and select, choose the drawing that you need to use. So if you want to use it right after this frame, you can click add after. And if you need a duplicate of the previous frame, you can click duplicate after. But it's a bit pointless if you want to make the same frame twice, because unlike flip a clip, for roughanimator, you can just drag the whole thing out. And instead of just spamming the same frame, you could just do this. Yay! So, next session, Paint Bucket. Paint Bucket, it's the same thing with flip a clip. You just kind of click any color, boom, Paint Bucket. And I'll put a link down in the comments with more detailed descriptions of what these all mean. And this fill by lasso selection is one of those weird lasso fill tools where you're kind of like, I have no idea what that is, but it's that kind of thing. And for the loop tool, you can use your brush or pencil or whatever you use to draw. You can circle or highlight whatever you need to do, and you can move this freely. You can copy this and paste this just like in Flip a Clip. And if you need to copy the whole frame, you can just click select all, and then boom, whole thing copied. And then what you can do is, if you're tired, if you need to make a loop, let's say I need to make a loop of this, then I can just make a separate drawing right after, well, I'm going to consider it as the loop. Go to make cycle, choose the amount of drawings I want to use previously for my loop, and I can drag it for however as long as I would like. And you could see how that works in my high school prep video, which I have no idea where it went. It should be here. Here it is. So in the high school video, you can see I have this loop of me absolutely destroying the violin. And instead of just copy and pasting the whole thing, I just decided to make it a loop, so it looks like this. And so that's it for loops. And what you want to do for camera is completely different. Rough Animator has this camera feature, which you can use it by adding a keyframe for the camera, and then you can make another keyframe for the camera, for example, like a close-up of something, and then it's going to slowly close in. Like, you can tell it's closing in, unless if you're blind. And if you want to change it suddenly back to its original state, you could just add a keyframe right after the frame that you are happy with getting that close to, and then it's not going to do any weird stuff because it's going to be the frame immediately after the key. So it's going to look like this. And you can pinch the corners to make a stronger effect. And I'd like to do this thing where I annoy everyone doing this. And every keyframe thing happens in pairs, so make sure you're aware of that. So instead of making the object bigger, you could just, do that. And otherwise, you import other stuff. If you want to import audio or video, you click import audio and get to files or music, but I use files most of the time. And if you want to import an image, you just click this, click photos or files. Video, same thing. And you can import a project inside a project. So, for example, you can just add this. You will see my banana project in a few seconds, probably, maybe not. And everything else, you can change the frame rate, or aka the FPS. You can export the video by clicking export video, doing the rest of this. Export video, click OK, rendering, and then it will do everything else. So yeah, that's it.